What is up, guys? Welcome back to another tier list. Today, we're going to be ranking choosing signals. I'm pretty surprised I haven't made this video yet. You would have thought by now I would have done a tier list like this, but we're going to be looking at some choosing signals and we're going to be ranking them from guaranteed high interest all the way down to, oh, she's choosing you all right as a friend, which means you're pretty much friend zoned. And I'm making this video primarily to clear up a lot of confusion because every now and then I'll get like DMs of a guy who like sends me a ton of paragraphs about a specific situation that he's in. And the moral of the story is that she just doesn't like him, but he can't really see it. So what he perceives to be choosing signals aren't actually choosing signals. We as men tend to have this thing where we delude ourselves into perceiving a girl who doesn't like us as liking us. It's just part of the male delusion. Like we'll see a girl who makes eye contact with us for 2 seconds and go, oh yeah, that's a choosing signal, bro. She likes me, which is honestly good in a way. Like you do want to be confident. You do want to have that delusional conviction that you're attractive, but at the same time, it could cause you to mess up and make some pretty bad decisions. So without further ado, man, make sure you guys subscribe. By the way, I'm almost at 100K. If you guys can get me to 100K before 2026, I would really appreciate that. But yeah, let's just get started, man. So the first thing we have on the list here is subcommunication. Okay, subcommunication is all the ways that you communicate non-verbally. So this is with body language. This is, for example, when a girl plays with her hair, when she looks at you a certain way, all these little micro interactions. And I'm just gonna put this at coin toss. I know this is a bit of a hot take, but I don't think guys should be focusing so much on a woman's nonverbals. Like, look, I'm not saying that they don't communicate important things. They certainly do. Like what she does with her body language, her eyes, the way she positions herself around you, all that stuff is important, but it's also not the end all be all, right? Some girls are just naturally more open and flirty. Some girls will play with their hair, but they don't necessarily like you. And sometimes they won't play with their hair, but they do like you. So, like, it's something you should look out for. It's a sign, but it's not like, just because she touched her hair once while talking to you doesn't mean, oh, 100% she likes you. Some girls will talk to 10 guys that day and play with their hair with all 10. And now she has all 10 of these dudes thinking that she likes them. So, you just have to take it with a grain of salt. It's important, it's not that important. Also, I would put this higher, but some guys will perceive and interpret things and look into stories that aren't necessarily there, right? So like you'll start schizo analyzing everything she does with her hands, with her body, and it's just kind of weird. So I don't want people paying too much attention to this. There's much stronger signs that you should be looking out for. Next up, we have she says you're the type to cheat or play her. I'm actually going to put this at most likely high interest. This is a very strong sign. And this is another thing a lot of guys get wrong. Like they'll take it as an insult when a girl says, I don't know, you look like the type to cheat or you look like an F boy. Dude, when she says that, it's actually a really good thing. It means that she finds you attractive. It means that she perceives your SMV to be high. And it means that she thinks you can get other girls. So obviously that's good. If she says you're the type to cheat or play her, or she says something like, oh no, I don't know if I could trust you because you seem like the type to break my heart. That's a really good sign, dude. I don't know why guys get offended when a girl says that. This is definitely up here. Next up, she asks for your name. So let's say you cold approach a girl, right? You say, excuse me, I saw you from over there, whatever, right? And then you introduce yourself, and then you ask her for her name, and then she says her name and she asks for your name. Now, this is actually a pretty decent sign, so I'm going to put this at coin toss. It's definitely a positive. By the way, if you have a lot of the things here, so let's say that you have like 3 things in coin toss, then you should probably promote yourself to here, right? And if you have a lot of things here, like I'm talking the whole list, you can probably promote yourself here. But anyways, so when she asks for your name back, this is almost always a sign that she's somewhat interested, because when a girl's not interested, she's not even going to be curious what your name is. She's not going to be curious who you are. In fact, the only thing she's really going to be looking to do is end the conversation as quickly as possible. So if she asks for your name and she's asking you questions and actually engaging in the conversation when you cold approach, this is a very good sign. So we're going to keep it here. Next up, she stops when you approach. So, there's 2 kinds of situations you can have, or maybe 3 situations you can have when you cold approach. The first is that she just flat out ignores you and keeps walking away. And, it doesn't take a genius to know that that's fucking low interest. I mean, for some of you guys watching, that might be a shocker, but yeah, that is fucking low interest, retard. Okay. And then the second possibility is that she kind of stops, but her body language is tilted away from you. Like she's basically trying to subcommunicate that she wants to get out of the interaction, right? So maybe she's not facing you head on, but she's kind of giving you the shoulder, or she's kind of continuing to walk, and the only way you can carry the interaction is by walking with her. That's probably medium low interest. But if she just stops completely, gives you her full undivided attention, this is a pretty decent sign. So I'm gonna say, I'm probably gonna say this is not a choosing signal. It's not strong enough, but it's like the bare minimum. Like this is the absolute bare minimum. Okay. Next up, we have shape shifting. And no, I'm not talking about Among Us. I'm talking about when a girl adopts your personality, your mannerisms, your behavior, your hobbies, your values, and basically starts becoming another version of you, right? She basically starts adopting everything that you stand for. This is actually probably guaranteed high interest. You know a girl likes you when you put her onto some music, you put her onto like a sport, and she eats that shit up, right? Like she starts becoming that. This happens a lot when a girl starts dating a gamer and she really likes him. She'll start playing that video game and getting addicted to it. And the same thing with sports. Like one thing I realized is when a girl likes masculine things like sports, cars, video games, 9 times out of 10, it's not actually her own interest. It's either an ex boyfriend who imprinted that interest on her, or her current boyfriend who's currently imprinting it on her. So, guaranteed high interest for sure. Makes excuses to see you alone. Again, guaranteed high interest, bro. This is what I always tell guys, bro. If you can't isolate the girl, then she doesn't fucking like you, okay? No, it doesn't count when she invites you out and there's like 10 other people there. That doesn't count. That doesn't mean anything because she could just want you there as company, as like a side character, as an extra voice in the room. The only way you can guarantee that the girl likes you is if she wants to see you one on one, not one on two, not one on three, one on one. And even if you guys are in a group setting, if she likes you, she'll want to talk to you the most. She'll sit with you. You guys might find yourselves isolated. She'll make an excuse to like separate you from the group. That's all gonna happen if she likes you. If she doesn't like you, bro, GG's. Like, she's not gonna try to see you alone. It's gonna feel like an uphill battle. Like, you'll feel like she's interested in every scenario, but you somehow still can't get her alone. That's fake interest. That's like, I want your attention, but I don't actually want you. Next up, she smiles at you, right? So this one is really overblown. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm gonna get a lot of people disagreeing with this take. Bro, if you lock eyes with a girl and she gives you a little smirk, it doesn't mean shit, bro. I'm putting this here. Probably not a choosing signal. It does not mean shit, bro. Like, could it be a choosing signal? Yeah, I guess. Should you approach? Yeah, probably. But like some girls will literally smile at you, you go up, run the set, and then it's a rejection, right? So I think the whole smiling thing, guys like to just replay it over and over in their heads when in reality, it's of little substance, okay? She just fucking smiled, bro. It's not that deep. Like, she just smiled. Like, she probably did that to the cashier, to the Uber driver, to the grocery clerk. It's not that special, okay? Next up, she yaps a lot around you. Now, this is kind of a very nuanced one because, on one hand, a girl who talks a lot around you means she's comfortable around you. And this could be a sign that you're friend zoned, right? If a girl's just constantly yapping about random shit to you, chances are she's choosing you as a friend. Because I'll be honest, when girls are around a guy they like, they're a little bit more nervous and careful with their words. Like they don't want to embarrass themselves and shit. So, if she looks a little too comfortable around you, a little too like expressive, then you're probably friend zoned. By the way, guys, quick side note, if you want to understand women on a deeper level and actually transform your dating life, I highly, highly recommend you check out my dating community, Esoteric Attraction Archives. I have put in blood, sweat, and tears into giving the guys in there the best possible information on how to win in today's dating market, no matter what your starting point is, whether you're an unattractive guy who has very little experience with women, you want to ascend your looks, or you have a specific situation with a girl and you want to know what exactly to do. This is the most comprehensive blueprint on the planet, I promise you. Everyone who joins within a week or two starts getting success, being more social, going on dates, all that good stuff. So if you want the chance to get one-on-one calls with me, as well as group calls with other like-minded guys, as well as a ton of other course content, material, etc., then buy my fucking course, link in the description. All right, next up we have always looks her best around you. This is most likely high interest. Yeah, for sure. When girls don't try, like with makeup, with eyeliner, with the way they dress, when they don't really try to look their best around you, they're probably not interested. Now, the exception here is obviously if you've been seeing this girl for a while, you've been laying pipe every week or whatever, she might become comfortable around you to the point where she cares less about how she looks. But especially in the initial stages, you should be paying attention to this. Like, is she trying to look her best around me or does she not care how she appears to me? Because if she doesn't care, you're probably here, not gonna lie. Next up, lets you get away with escalating. So this is for the sneaky guys out there who always throw compliance tests to see where they stand. If she lets you get away with escalating, this is guaranteed high interest, right? So you put your arm around her, she doesn't like move away, she doesn't seem uncomfortable, she welcomes it, or you kind of like touch her, you extend the touch a little bit to see how she responds. If she's just letting you get away with escalating and there's no resistance there, obviously this is guaranteed high interest. But a very important caveat here is just because she's not letting you get away with escalating does not immediately mean that she's not interested in you. It probably does, but in some cases it's just that she needs more time to get more comfortable with you or she needs more time to like build up to it, I guess. So just because she doesn't let you immediately get away with like escalating, it doesn't mean it's over. But yeah, this is guaranteed high interest. Next up, fast replies. Okay, hear me out. Okay, probably not a choosing signal. I'm gonna keep it real. Okay, girls reply fast to pretty much everyone. See, there's two types of girls. There's social media addicted girls, and there's girls who are not addicted to social media. The social media addicted girls will have every guy they're texting think they're high interest because these girls reply so fast. If you guys just look at a girl on Snapchat and just like observe how fast they go through every single snap and how fast they respond to every guy, your mind would be blown, okay? It doesn't really mean as much as people think. Just because she consistently replies within 10 minutes doesn't mean that she likes you, okay? It could mean that she likes you. It could mean that you're friend zoned. It could mean that she's just a fast replier. It's not enough evidence on its own to come to any conclusion. And honestly, in most cases, this alone is not a choosing signal. So if all you're getting from her is fast replies but nothing here, she probably doesn't like you. Next up, she compliments your personality. Okay. So when a girl compliments your personality, things like how funny you are, how consistent you are, how, entertaining, whatever the fuck she's complimenting, it 9 times out of 10, actually, it's a coin toss. It really is. You have to look at the other signs. It's not strong on its own because, imagine you're a guy who's friend zoned and you're just a really funny guy. She'll probably be complimenting you on how funny you are. But on the other hand, if she compliments your looks, this is a much stronger sign, right? So I'm going to say that this is most likely high interest, probably at the top of most likely high interest because, it's very rare, first of all, for a young girl to compliment a guy's looks. But when they do, it means you're probably really attractive. And especially if they compare your looks to a celebrity and they say like, oh, you kind of look like Ryan Gosling or you kind of look like Rehab Room or you kind of look like Yad. You should definitely take that as a compliment. Next up, we have looking at your lips, right? So if you're always talking to her, you notice her looking at your lips, you notice her like eyeing you down in a very sexual way. Obviously, this is guaranteed high interest. But you have to be careful with this. Like, she'll make it obvious, right? So you'll know. Don't be a retard and interpret her looking at your lips, but she's actually not. You really have to be neurodivergent to not be able to distinguish between the two. Next up, she gossips to you. Most likely you're friend zoned if she's gossiping to you. The only exception here is if she's gossiping to you about other guys texting her, right? So if she's like, oh, look at this guy messaging me on Instagram. Oh my God, what do I reply to him? Then she probably likes you, but she could also do that with a friend. So I don't know, man. In most cases, though, girls yapping and gossiping to you and telling you too many details, unless you're her boyfriend, which is the only exception, you're probably friend zoned. Next up, she sends her friends to go up to you, guaranteed high interest. For those of you guys who go out a lot, if you're attractive, this probably happens to you where like you're just chilling with your friends, right? You're like at a bar, you're at a club or whatever. And then a girl will come up to you and say, my friend thinks you're cute. And it's kind of weird how they do that, right? Because as a guy, you run the set. Girls will get their friends to run the set for them. I don't know if they ask them to do it or if their friends just kind of like insist and embarrass them, but that fucking happens. And just know she's really interested and it means she was talking to her friend about you and saying, oh, look at this guy, he's so cute. So yeah, guaranteed high interest. Next up, she initiates touch, obviously guaranteed high interest. If she's putting her arm on your shoulder, if she plays with your hair, if she's always like finding reasons to touch you, even if they're retarded, Guaranteed high interest. We don't really need to spend too much time on this. Next up, she asks for your number, right? So sometimes a girl will cold approach you or you will cold approach her, but you won't even have the chance to ask for the number because she asks you for the number. She literally says, let me get your contacts and we'll talk after or some shit. So this is a very strong sign, most likely high interest. Next up, she likes your pictures. This is not a choosing signal at all. This means absolutely nothing. Next up, adding you to her private story. This one's a bit of a personal one for me because I remember like when I was a teenager, when I was like 17, 18, whenever I'd get added to an attractive girl's private story, I used to think I was in the game. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Like she added me to her private, I'm in her inner circle. The thing you don't know is the whole team's on her private story, bro. It means nothing. Because I remember, like, I'll call my friends and I'll be like, yo, Jessica just added me to her private story. She likes me. And then all my homies will go, dude, she added me as well. Like, it's not that deep at all, bro. So don't think just because you're in her private story, she's attracted to you. It probably just means you're closer as a friend to her, or, you know, you're somebody who she's familiar with to the point where she trusts you. But I would not deep this at all, bro. This means nothing. Next up, she posts you on social media. Most likely you're a friend. When a girl likes a guy, she doesn't want to show him to the world. She actually kind of wants to gatekeep him unless they're dating, unless they're like boyfriend and girlfriend and she feels more secure in their relationship. But if she's posting you all over social media, I don't know, you're doing some jester max and goofy shit, she posts you, she probably doesn't like you. Next up, she sends you memes. Yep, friend zoned. Next up, she replies to your stories. Again, not a choosing signal. Guys get excited when a girl starts replying to their stories. Your story could just be interesting, or she just replies to a bunch of stories. Like this on its own is not that strong of a sign. Next up, we have proximity. This is most likely high interest. If you find a girl always being around you, always finding an excuse to sit close to you, sit right next to you, just be within close proximity, most likely high interest for sure. Next up, she doesn't check her phone when she's with you. Most likely high interest as well. Either you're the most entertaining jester maxer in the world and her dopamine senses are satisfied, or she really likes you and she'd rather look at you than look at her phone. Anyways, guys, that is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.